Today, I'm going to talk about the CIPoptimize, which is a new software of ProLeiT specifically designed to optimize your clean-in-place stations, to optimize your CIPs. Who is interested in optimizing CIP stations is welcome to join us. I believe the brewing industry and the entire food and beverage industry is facing the same similar challenges when it comes to cleaning the equipment. We all know that if there is no cleaning, then there is no brewing. Yeah? And some objectives for clean machines which guarantee a clean beer, that we need to be able to guarantee a food safety to our consumers. So the beer quality depends a lot on cleaning of the machines. Another issue that we are facing, and this is the objective that we have set, is to reduce the losses. The CIP stations and the cleaning place systems, they consume a lot of resources in energy, in chemicals, and in time. And we have developed a tool that helps to reduce these losses. If we can help you to reduce your cleaning time, that would mean that you have improved your production through output, which is another objective that we can help you with. And then you have everything recorded in electronical way. No more pen and papers. For digital production, for digital cleaning, CIPoptimize offers you full traceability so you can comply with hygiene regulations. To achieve these objectives is difficult if you don't have a right tool. It's obviously easy with the help of a tool. If you don't have a correct tool to be able to optimize your CIPs, then you're facing different challenges. You have a limited analytics. You have to dig down into your process control system, pay further development, programming to get a limited number of KPIs. The CIPs are time-intensive analysis to guarantee a food safety and to reduce losses. You would normally have to spend a lot of time to analyze existing numbers. You very often don't have a cleaning visibility. What's happening with your CIPs? During your phases, most of the time we can challenge customers in phase transitions efficiency. So in majority of cases, you believe the phases you've set are the best quality. That might be true, but are they well optimized while in the same time guarantee the quality? Of course, you have a process blind spots. Lacking the correct tool, you don't have the visibility which brings the process blind spots. And at the end, your CIP station is wasting the resources. It's not your fault. You just don't have the correct tool to be able to optimize. The CIP cleaning in place normally takes a long time, which is blocking your production. So we can help with the optimizing cleaning cycles and reducing the time to help you with the production. What we have developed is a CIP software which is continuing on the successful product called CIPadvisor from Schneider Electric, being in the market for the last 8 years. We have redeveloped, improved the architecture and the functionalities to help you. We call it a future-proof architecture. The reason being is it can be implemented within the small production facilities. That means minimizing the costs. Or it can be implemented in complex breweries, big productions with different cybersecurity requirements. What else you're going to be happy with is Of course, it can be implemented as an add-on to our BrewMax control system. However, if you have any chip that is not controlled with BrewMax, that's no problem. We can implement CIPoptimize software on top of any control software and on top of any hardware. It can work with all the sensors. It does not require proprietary sensors. When we say a hardware agnostic, we really mean it. You can integrate it with all the sensors and with all the actuators and the equipment. You will be happy to hear that it is a web application. That means you can access to your chip analysis from any place you are. You only need an internet and a browser. You don't have to be down in your production workstation, chip station to analyze your chips. You can do this remotely from any place as long as you have a browser and an internet connection. For the big companies having complex cybersecurity and networking requirements, we can install the CIPoptimize, a web server within the different network layers. And on top of everything, if you are a company having multiple facilities, we can connect multiple on-premise installations into a single source of analysis into a cloud. On this way, you get to analyze and benchmark different plants in one place to compare the results, to see the deviations, and to see the room for the improvements. Use CIPoptimize if you want smarter cleaning. It will help you reduce your losses. It will help you support your sustainability goals. It will maintain complete traceability. It will reduce your production downtime due to cleaning. And it will simplify and, more important, standardize your cleaning programs. And I want to quickly show you how we can do it. So what the software does is it will collect different analog and digital values from the PLC via OPC UA server connection. And the values for KPI calculations are, of course, time, but then the temperature, the turbulence or the flow, the titer or turbidity, the concentration of the cleaning agents, and the valve positions, which will help you determine which phase you're in. All those analog and digital values come into our software database, and in the background, the software will calculate more than 150 different KPIs. And those KPIs are available for you to analyze what's happening with your chips. This is the first dashboard that you can see. And you can see a lot of rows. Each row represents one chip that has finished. And each chip, for each chip, the system will provide you a lot of data, more than 150 different KPIs. We have a functionality called Golden Chip. And the Golden Chip will ensure the cleaning quality. So you can trust. Once your chip is finished, you can see if there is a deviation from the golden chip. That means it requires your attention. If there is no deviation alarm, you can have a peace of mind that this chip has had a good quality and it does not require your attention. If you have 100 chips on the screen to analyze or 200 chips, you can save a lot of time, but only analyzing the ones that shows you deviation. You don't need to analyze well-performing chips, and the deviation tracking is in the first column, which you can clearly see for your attention and saving time. Once we identify which tip needs your attention, then we can drill down and we can analyze a lot of different things. This is the trend chart, which shows the analog values at the top and the digital values at the bottom. And in between, we can see the phases. So you can clearly see at which phase the event occurs. You can also bring a golden tip across, which is showed for the temperature in a red dotted line. And you can clearly see deviation from the golden tip. And as we can see on the screen, at the moment, this tip should have had the higher temperature at this point of time. The trend chart analysis and drill down analysis will help you with the efficient analysis of the current tip, will show you deviation from golden tip clearly. It will visualize the phases. And for each tip, the quality team can save a lab form, a laboratory form, which is, if you're having a quality check manually tested in a lab, you can save the result of the testing into the tip station, into the tip sequence. You can easily filter all the tips with the lab forms for tracking of the laboratory results. No more pen and paper. Of course, we can export all the trend values if you're using different system to analyze your tips, like Power BI or some other third-party applications. Another huge advantage of the system is the report, which is broken down by each phase. So for this particular tip, you can quickly understand where was the problem, in which phase was the problem. You can visualize the flow, the time, the temperature, and the conductivity in a way that you get an understanding very quickly which phase needs improvements. So we have you can pinpoint a critical phase much faster. You have a golden score for each phase, which is indicating quality of the phase. And with this approach, you can be confident to take the corrective actions. Another view, which is very useful, is called Gantt view. At the bottom here, you can see the utilization of your tip stations. You can see the line and each object, when was cleaned and how long it took to clean particular object. This helps you with the utilization of your tip station. This is more a top-down analysis, starting from the station level and line level down to object level. You can maximize resource efficiency, and you can visualize cleaning timelines. And the last view is called the synthesis view, which is, again, top-down analysis, starting from the station level, going down to line level, all the way to each object. And you get to cumulative values of all the KPIs by time. How we see the future of CIPoptimize? Of course, artificial intelligence is coming in all the things in our life, and so is coming to CIPoptimize slowly. We want to make sure that we implement it in the right way. But in the future, we would expect that the time-consuming analysis will be done by the AI. So the AI, artificial intelligence, will do the work for you. You will have AI-driven insights. That means the AI will detect deviations and it will recommend you adjustments for faster decision-making. Predictive optimization. That means you can optimize cleaning with machine learning algorithms for improved efficiency. Anomaly detection will become much easier and faster with AI. And automated reporting will simplify analysis by actionable reports. Even today, you can save a lot of time with our software to optimize your CIP operations, to save on resources, energy, chemicals, and time. But in the future, we expect that implementation of AI would even reduce the time for the analysis, and you will be able to take corrective actions with more confidence because of having all the data to your hand to confirm these corrective actions. There is no more black boxes in your CIP stations. There is no more problems with data visibility. There is no more expensive development of control system, which are again limited with functionality. We have developed out-of-box solution, which is easy to implement, which can be, of course, installed as an add-on to our BrewMax control system, but it can be installed on top of any control system. Hopefully, the any control system will become BrewMax in future. And with this, I would finish and welcome any questions if you have.